Welcome back, everybody, to the on the bus biz uh, virtual conference here. We have David join us. Looks like we have Chris in the background there too. But uh, welcome, David, and over to you, Kurt.
All right, here we are, folks, on a little bit of a live streaming video series right here at On the Bus, on the bus.biz. Check out this international virtual conference information. Go to onthebus.biz, select events, and when you get to that events page, you'll see a calendar display. Pop right into the Thursday, December 4th, 2025, and when you click that hyperlink of the information there, it'll take you to on the bus.biz/conference. And when you're on that conference page, it'll have the link to join us right here where David and Emily and I are right in here. And you see the other avatars. You can have an avatar too. Come on into the On the Bus International Virtual Conference in the Metaverse. This is exciting. And, David, I think this is a little bit up your alley too. You're kind of a techno geek in your own right, right?
Yeah, indeed. It's very innovative, very cutting edge. I mean, Chris has really put something great together here.
Yeah, so with this booth being World of Ability and with our radio show with River West Radio and the work we do at the Disability Channel, with our television show productions that we do on Wednesday evenings. David, you've been on with us on the shows before. Are you going to be coming back anytime soon, back onto our Wednesday night shows? What do you think?
Yeah, sure. I really enjoyed it last time. In fact, I stayed an extra half hour, as I recall.
Yeah, that was for our TV production, and then and then we get to talking. So even after
Yeah,
we're done
I,
doing our,
I had a little bit
you
of
know,
trepidation on the first one, but once I got my feet wet, I kind of enjoyed it, and I just stayed all. Just figured I just what the heck, I'll just stay for the next one.
yeah, thanks for doing it. And through it all, we've learned that you've got a book that you can speak to. Can you tell us what's going on with your book?
Yes, I recently published a new book. The theme of the book is Winning with Tech in the Age of AI. And the theme of the book is something that I've seen in my years as doing IT consulting, businesses doing IT in a very haphazard way. And because of that, they wind up with problems which potentially greatly hinder their businesses. This book is meant as a guide for small business owners to help them to leverage the technology to help them to make them more efficient and grow, which is really what they should be using tech for, and not simply cheaping out, as it were. Because when they cheap out, not only does it not help them, it generally can result in very disastrous outcomes, like network crashing or other very bad things.
Very good, very good. So this is all inspired out of the work you do in your business, correct?
Yeah, well, I'm the CEO and founder of Total Cover IT, managed IT service provider based in New Jersey. We started business in 2008, although I've been doing IT a lot longer than that. Our goal is to help small businesses, not only to make sure that they minimize downtime and make sure things are running smoothly, but also to make the best use of their technology. Having the technology make them more efficient and use it as a tool to grow and profit from it.
All right, thanks, David. Boy, we got David, and now we got LifeWave Dave. LifeWave Dave, just so you know, we are live streaming. Emily's here using Restream.io, sharing the screen and sharing system sounds out to her, our YouTube channel, and then to her feed on her Facebook page. So, LifeWave Dave, if you want to join the conversation, you're free to. Otherwise, you can wait until our interview with David is offline from live streaming, and we can talk after this interview. So, David, tell us a little bit about your experience with On the Bus. What's your
On,
history here, David?
on the bus, I've been on the bus since uh, late 2016. So it's a good uh, 9 years or so. The time really flies. When I started, uh, I had a lot of trepidation with doing presentations. It may sound strange, but doing something like this would be unheard of for me. Uh, when I would go into a networking event and I had to do my 30-second presentation, I would be very hesitant. I would have a lot of anxiety and I would get through it, but it was really nerve wracking for me. Chris helped me to hone down not only my presentation, but to build confidence. So not only I can get up and do a presentation, whether it's for real in person or virtually, I can do entire presentations now. And now I'm getting up to the next level here with podcasts, like and use like yours.
Excellent stuff. What a story, David. Thanks for sharing all of that. Look at that. We keep speaking to values here with On the Bus format, everything entirely, but then even right here at the International Virtual Conference, a lot of things happening real time. I'm learning a lot myself. I just want to check in with LifeWave Dave. Are you looking to just watch and listen, or do you want to join the conversation, LifeWave Dave?
I don't mind joining at all. And with regards to the question that you had asked a second ago, with regards to experiences and the bus, I actually had a brief conversation with Chris just a moment ago as to the fact that I had attended one of his masterminds, and I really did appreciate it. It was really great and a wonderful experience being able to share with others and to really be in a group of people who are like-minded, but also have issues where then you really do understand the fact that you are not alone trying to deal with these things.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great community here, and a lot of support right here at this event. David Quick had done a little speaking earlier. Dave Rodriguez, were you in that? Did you hear Dave Quick speak or no?
Was that the conversation that was going on right now?
No.
Yeah.
David Quick, can you tell everybody what you were speaking on and what you were doing, whether it's a half hour ago or whatever your slot was?
Yeah, it was at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so that was about 40 minutes ago. I gave a presentation about AI and the benefits and pitfalls to businesses, what they should be looking out for.
Cool.
There you go. So Dave Rodriguez, LifeWave, what is it that you do? What do you bring into the event? What's your role here? What's going on?
I'm actually here representing for a friend of mine who does LifeWave. He and I both do LifeWave. I'm technology based, but reason why I got into LifeWave was because it actually helped me out. I was diagnosed with heart failure back in January of 23. It's changed my life because it activates stem cells. They went out and repaired my heart. Simple as that.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a review. That's quite a lived experience.
It is. You know what?
Dave.
It's a scary experience when the cardiologist tells you that your heart is only working at 25% of where it should be. So,
Yeah.
you know what? You then figure it out as to the fact that you've got to change your life and everything about what you're doing, because obviously what you've done has not helped. But the issue was that my heart had been attacked by a virus. Cardiologist told me this, and that he didn't know what it was or when it happened, but it damaged the right-hand side of my heart, and then he ran out the door. But my wife and I tend to believe it was because I had COVID twice, and here I am, rebounded and far better than I was even before that. So I'm doing great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great to hear, Dave. And I have a way to relate to you because 17 years ago, I was diagnosed with idiopathic viral myocarditis. So it's very much right into what you were describing there. Because, I had the ejection coefficient depression from guesswork. They really didn't know, but it had the same signs as something that a virus might do. So they just treated me that, put me on the Coreg and the lisinopril, and I was on the synthetic meds for a decade, and then a handful of years ago, fortunately, I was able to press my doctor to say, now, do I really need to be on this stuff, or what's going on here? And he was game to give me a few months to make sure if I was off it was a good enough thing. And so he said, sure, he was comfortable to have me go off with a Cinepro finally. So yeah, with what you're doing, it's uber fantastic and valuable, and the technology of it. I talked to some folks who are part of developing it, and so yeah, you guys are on top of the cutting edge of what's available for us in our health.
Correct. Yeah, it's a technology. It's not a potion or lotion. So when you have something that you can say was actually inspired by the Department of Defense, that supports it quite a bit.
Yes,
Yeah,
Chris is here too.
Yeah, Chris, anything you want to add to these great folks benefiting from On the Bus, the event, and our conversation? Chris, what do you have to add?
I've been listening the whole time. I really wanted to sneak in without David knowing I was listening to hear how he did. And David Quick, you knocked it out of the park. You're very comfortable on here, and I thought you did great. And Dave Rodriguez, yeah, he got to pinch hit for one of our members, signed the NDA, and was able to come into the meeting because he works with that member. And yeah, it was interesting to get a fresh pair of eyes in the group. Our average stay is 8 years, so we get to know each other pretty well. You heard David Quick say he's been with us 9 years. We've got one guy with us 20 years. So it's sometimes a fresh pair of eyes is certainly welcome. And Dave Rodriguez was a nice asset to that group, that meeting. But I was really just eavesdropping, hearing what you were doing.
Yeah, all good, all good. Thanks for doing what you do. And, so Dave Rodriguez, if folks are fascinated by the review and lived experience you have and what they're hearing about LifeWave, how do they reach you to follow up some other time with you?
Yeah, my card is on my shot there. I will put my email address, my personal email address, on the chat if anybody would care to get in touch.
And Dave Rodriguez, I know you're here representing Bob, and you've done a nice job at that. Why don't you also tell Kurt about your business?
Yes.
And I'll leave you guys at that. I'm going to bow out.
Alrighty, Chris. Thank you. Well, I actually do AI, so it's perfect timing speaking to you there, David. I incorporate AI into businesses to basically convert potential clients into paying clients. How I go about doing that are creating AI agents that both support a business by, let's say, for example, pre-qualifying people for loans. I actually run a loan campaign. What I did was that I had gone out there, scraped 20,000 contacts, got emails and all, and started a campaign up for a lending program. On the email itself, it has a link that goes to a landing page that will start a conversation with an agent, because people tend to have the attention span of a goldfish. So, it's hard to keep people's attention. So somebody sitting down and typing their information doesn't go quite as well as carrying on a conversation. So, you carry on a conversation with the AI agent. They get your name, number, and email. Then, in addition to that, in this particular program, they will then go over the 20 pre-qualifying questions, get those out of the way, and then move on to schedule an appointment to have a conversation with me. So by the time I get their information, of course, I get, actually what happens is that I'm forwarded two emails and SMSs, one containing their contact info and the second containing the transcript to the conversation. So I already know what the pain points are and what we have to address, and I step into the meeting already familiar with what their needs are. So it makes it that much easier to be able to deal with a client, and that far more expeditious.
Fantastic. It's good to be in the know. Wow. What a capability. We'll have to keep in touch with you, Dave, to bring some more of that into what we do in the world of ability and what we do with our clients and people we get introduced to. So it sounds like a good function there. So David, you've been really good to listen to us for a while. What's on your mind? What's your reaction to this conversation? Maybe you have a little rebuttal, not a rebuttal, but a little add-on to what he said about
Yes.
AI. What are your thoughts, David?
No, it's not a rebuttal at all. It's just a good example of how technology could benefit a business. AI, in this case, it's a good application of AI.
Yeah, absolutely. So, David, if folks want to contact you, hearing what you spoke to, officially during the event as a speaker, and then coming in here impromptu on live stream video, how do they reach you after this event today, David?
Yeah, well, if they'd like to reach me, first of all, if you want more information about my company, they can go to totalcoverit.com. So that's Total Cover IT, that's information technology.com. And to get more information about my book, I made it very easy. It's totalcoverit.com/winning with tech. And if they want to chat with me, they can get to my online calendar by going to totalcoverit.com/meet David Quick.
Meet David Quick.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, David. And so, David's been on our World of Ability shows. We do a couple feature shows on Wednesday night, and we also do Saturday afternoon. So, Dave, you'd be more than welcome to participate in other live streaming, podcasting, and actually television exposure opportunities, all free, complimentary, all part of the great referral and extending benefit and value that gets started right here at On the Bus. So thanks, Dave. Thanks, David. Emily, why don't you